welcome to the Golf Summer Series qualifying for the Windows 10 400. Let's take a look at some of the qualifying rules and everything. So we have single car runs, 2 laps per driver. The fastest time is used for each driver. If there is a tie, the driver who has the faster lap time on lap number 1 gets the spot. However, if drivers have the same amount of time in both laps, a lucky wheel will decide who starts ahead of who. There'll be no duels, so what you see here is what we'll see on Sunday. So the weather here in Almario Digital is 71 degrees Fahrenheit, 6 mile per hour wind towards the southeast. So without further ado, let's get this thing going. So first up, Almario in the 1 for Team Mclaren Racing. And of course, we're going to 5 super speedways this year. This track, Talladega, Daytona, Orlando, and 8 Bowden. And of course, each super speedway has their own unique qualities. This track's turns 1 and 2s are completely different from turns 3 and 4. Talladega has the start-finish line a little bit further than usual tracks. This track also has a feature, but still. Daytona is the most narrow super speedway we're going to this year. While Orlando, you can really go up to 4 or 5 wide, maybe 6 wide, like we saw in the testing session back in March. And 8 Bowden, as namesakes, the track is shaped like a number 8. So Almario's time for lap number 1 is 50.388. And also the Speedway has announced a couple days ago that they have sold out all 100,000 seats, which is definitely really awesome. However, there are still camping sites and standing room available for this Sunday, and also the Lux Hotel still has rooms available. And lap number 2, 50.133. So that puts them on top of the board, and well, the only one on the board. Let's see what Sawyer does here in the number 2 from Spawn for Racing. Sawyer is sponsored by Spider Clothing and Cheez-Its. Who doesn't like Cheez-Its? Who doesn't like Cheez-Its? Sawyer's time for lap number 1, 50.394. And time for lap number 2, 50.112. Puts him on top of the board there. Hoodlum 2002 in the number 3 for Hoodlum Motorsports. Sponsored by Goodwrench and AC Delco. That black Goodwrench car always looks great on track. Hoodlum's also a former NR2003 champion, so he has a lot of veteran experience here. See if that can translate well this season. almost time for lap number 1. 50.389. It's time for lap number 2. 50.125. Second fastest so far, but that's more than likely going to change here. Car to board in number 5 for Arrow Motorsports. Sponsored by GoDaddy and Valvoline. Check what is time for lap number 1. 50.397. Lap number 2, 50.118. Now the new second fastest there. Sawyer's still on top of the board here. Cody Boggs in the 7 for Atlanta Motorsports, sponsored by American Ethanol and Bass Pro Shops. This is one of 4 cars for Atlanta Motorsports. The other is movement in the 20, the car owner and driver of the number 53 Random, and Jordan Scout in the 54. Time for Cody here on lap number 1. 50.399. And lap number 2. .117. Now the new second fastest there. Sawyer still on top of the board there. Lipsy in the 9 for Lip and Gamer Racing, sponsored by Busch Beer and Pennzoil. He's joined by his teammate Brendan Beal in the 37. Lipsy's also a Twitch streamer, twitch.tv/Lipsy. Time here for Lipsy on lap number 1. 50.395. One of the slower times to lap number 1. Lap number 2 now. 50.113. So close to beating Slayer, but wasn't quite enough. Slayer still on top of the board. Next up, Mountain Dew Fan for Life. In the 03, sponsored by M&M's and Interstate Batteries. Very colorful and hard scheme to make. That scheme literally took me 6 hours to make. Time for lap 1 here for Mountain Dew Fan. 50.386. So you can do on lap number 2. And I think this is a great looking lap here for the 03. Time for lap number 2. 50.108, the fastest so far. Mountain Dew Fan for Life on top of the board now. But Slayer falls down to 2nd now. Owen Miles in the 14, sponsored by Pokemon and Advent Health. First forward for the day here so far. Lap time for lap number 1. 50.305. And time for lap number 2. .134. Not even close to Mountain Dew Fan's time. Next up, Aiden Cuthers from Spina Bifida Racing. He's also the owners of Spina Bifida Racing. They are the biggest team right now in the Golf Summer Series. They own, we saw the 2 Slayer a little earlier. You have also the 55, 61, and 88. Greatest time for lap number 1 is 50.397. Very similar to Cody Boggs and Owen Miles' lap times. So he does lap number 2. Can he match his teammate? 50.118, very similar to his teammate Slayers, but still not enough to beat the L3, unfortunately. Another owner driver here, Dan Mattiello from Matt Motorsports. Sponsored by Pepsi, Ron John Surf Shops, and Exxon Mobil. He'll be joined by Jason Albert in the 80 car. Time here for Dan Mattiello, 50.395. Time here for lap number 2, 50.124. Sean Art up next for the Baker Racing Team. He'll be joined by Kellen Baker in the 21, who is his car owner. Well, his car looks kind of weird on a Ford, but it's whatever, so it looks great on track. It's also sponsored by NWO. Time here for Sean Ard. 50.385. Very similar to Mountain Dew fans' time on lap number 1, so this could be very promising. In fact, it was faster than Mountain Dew's time on lap number 1. coming off the final corner. Time is 50.113. Still a great time for the 19, but still not quite enough, unfortunately, to beat that 03 car. It's Movement up next in the 20 car for Atlanta Motorsports. Sponsored by Ream there. Time here for movement, 50.403, very, very slow. Hopefully we can improve that on lap number 2. .123. So a mediocre time there. Kellen Baker in the number 21 for Baker Racing Team. He's the owner. So his teammate was Sean Arden in the 19. But did pretty well. See if the 21 can match that. Lap number 1 time is 50.285. It's actually the same time as his teammate Sean Ards. Time here for lap number 2. 50.112. A little bit faster than Sean R's time, but so far the Baker Racing Team has a lot of consistency. Bradley Ream in the number 22 for Railfan Motorsports. Sponsored by Burlington Northern and Taco Bell. Also Taco Bell, why did you remove the Cool Wrench taco off your menu? Please bring it back. Time here for Bradley Ream, 50.399. And time here for lap number 2. 50.109. So close. So close, Mountain Dew fans' time there. He is second right now on the board. Good showing there for the 22. 24 of Keyshawn Richardson for X-Man Inc. He is another former NR champion we have. Sponsored there by Hooters and also Mellow Yellow. Lap number 1 here for the 24. 50.396. In lap number 2. 50.116. Dan DJ 2002 for Tim Allen Racing. Sponsored by Last Man Standing and Haas. His teammate, the 82 of Jake from State Farm. He also has a matching Last Man Standing car, so they're gonna have to look pretty cool together. Time here for Dan DJ. 50.381. And time here from lap number 2. 50.112. So far, Ford has shown a lot of speed here and can hopefully hold their own up against the Chevys. 33 of Alexander Jones for Ryan Racing. He's going to be joined by his teammate and car owner, Ryan Benjamin, in the 72. Lap number 1 here for the 33. 50.392. This time here for lap number 2. .114 once again showing that these Fords can really hold their own against these Chevys here. See if that can translate come race day. Brendan Beal in the number 37 for Olympic Gamer Racing, sponsored by Cheetos and JetBlue. Like I said earlier, he was teammates with the 9 of Lipsy. Time for Brendan Beal here on lap number 1. 50.393. Pretty similar time amongst other people. Time here on lap number 2. 50.112. These last couple lap times have been very, very strong. Now let's see if the 40 of Nick Sant can replicate that. He's the owner of Nick Sant Racing, sponsored by Three Musketeers and Twix. Definitely one of my favorite looking cars here this weekend. Time here for Nick Sant. 50.396. And lap number 2's time. 50.109. Once again, great times here for these past couple drivers. The 46 of Johnny Hernandez for Hoodlum Motorsports. Like I said earlier, he's teammates with Hoodlum. He was actually the father of Hoodlum too, so we got some father and son action here, which is really awesome. Sponsored by Fortnite and the U.S. Air Force. Johnny is definitely a great Fortnite player. He has, what, 13, 14 wins? I'm not really sure. Hopefully he can translate that here on the track. I don't play Fortnite, but yeah. Time here on lap number 1. 50.397. Time here for lap number 2. 50.118. Pretty decent showing there for the number 46. The number 48 now of Jimmy for JC Motorsports. Sponsored by Oreo and Nesquik. Chocolate Lover's Paradise there. Time here for lap number 1. 50.390. And lap number 2. .118. Another time we've been seeing here a lot lately. On board here with number 53 of Random J for Atlanta Motorsports. Sponsored by longtime partner Delta and The Simpsons. As you can see, Random's Delta car is looking a bit different this weekend. Instead of the Delta red, white, and blue, we're getting green and white to help promote Mental Health Awareness Month, which is in May. And every time Random leads a lap on race day, he will donate $1 to Mental Health America. Time here for Random on lap number 1. 50.406. Not a good time at all. Hopefully we can improve that on lap number 2. On lap number 2, time is 50.126 on the solar time 0. We'll see how his teammate does, Jordan Scout. He is sponsored by Merrill Light and Halloween. He has won at Super Speedways before in NR2003. Lap number 1 here for Jordan. 50.395. see his time here for lap number 2. .108. Oh, imagine if his first lap time was better. That 54 would be on the pole. Unfortunately, it's the bridesmaid here so far. Dominic Payment, first round of Racing in the number 55, sponsored by Burger King and Fastenal. First time ever in an NR2003 series. Also, his brother will be racing in the series. He's the 88 of Devin Payment. We'll see his car a little bit later. Lap number 1 here. 50.378. Lap number 2 now. 50.116. Very similar time there compared to his other Spina Bifida teammates. Next up, another Spina Bifida car, HS, sponsored by National Guard and Pringles. Originally supposed to be driven by Nathan Beard. However, due to unforeseen circumstances that happened days before qualifying was supposed to begin, he left the team and HS was tapped in the drive. Time here for lap number 1. 50.391. Lap number 2 here for HS. .127. Probably the slowest time for this amount of cars. The team has been very consistent so far. Hopefully, we'll have to see what the 88 does a little later on today. Next up is the lone Dodge on the field here, Sabre 2498. Arctic Racing, sponsored by the U.S. Army and Twitch. Kind of surprised not many people have Dodges here in the field. On number 1 here for the 66. 50.397. Lap number 2. 50.118, even though he's the only lone Dodge in the field, still keeping up with the Fords and Chevys, which is definitely great to see. Aiden Thomas for the EasyJet Racing Team, sponsored by EasyJet, obviously, and also JD. Lap time here for Aiden Thomas, 50.4. Time here for lap number 2. 50.113. Once again, keeping up with other competitors here this afternoon. Ryan Benjamin, the 72. Sponsored by Petronas and Flex Tape. Time here for lap number 1. 50.385. And lap number 2. 50.136. That is the slowest time out of anybody here today. Well, at least for a 72 car, you'll avoid most of the big wrecks if they happen early. And speaking of Ryan Wilson, 76. For I-90 Racing, sponsored by Unocal 76, and a new sponsor actually signed on before qualifying, Emirates. Lap number 1 time here for the 76, 50.386. Time here for lap number 2. 50.120. Kind of a mediocre time compared to everyone else. Jason Albert from Matt Motorsports, number 80. Sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings and Budweiser. Probably the most American combination of all time, honestly. Time here at lap number 1. See if we can match his teammate Matt Tiello. 50.390. See what we can do here on lap number 2. 50.126 for lap number 2. Won the solo lap times there, unfortunately. There's Jake from State Farm, from Tim Allen Racing, sponsored by the Last Man Standing and Eris. Like I said earlier, his teammates with the 28 of Dan DJ. Both do have matching Last Man Standing cars. Dan DJ's was red, but this one's green. Time here for lap number 1. 50.402. Very slow there. And lap number 2. 50.120. Meanwhile, his teammate Dan DJ had one of the fastest times. Very strange for the number 82 team. Adam Bowden in the number 83 for Bowden Motorsports. He was the fastest during the Atlanta testing we had not too long ago. Sponsored by Turn 3 Network and My Squatty Potty. Yes, that is a real sponsor. Time here for Bowden. 50.937. Time for lap number 2 here for the E3. 50.119, sort of in line with what everyone else has. Getting very close to the end here. Almost done with this long qualifying session. Morgan Scott in the 86 for Absolute Amateurs Racing. Lap number 1 here. 50.936. And lap number 2. .116, pretty good time there for the number 86. He is the last 4 to qualify here. 4 doing pretty well. The 88 of Devin Payment, and just like his brother Dominic, it's the first NR2003 series he's been in. Sponsored by Cane's, which is sort of like Zaxby's, if you know what that is. Their chicken finger brace. Time here for the 88, 50.384. Time here for lap number 2. 50.126. Another underwhelming time there for Spina Bifida. Similar timing there to the 55 and 61. Finally, one last car. Richard Herman for 53.95 Racing. Sponsored by McDonald's and Valvoline. Time here for lap number 1. 50.40. Time here for lap number 2. 50.127. So that means the 03 of Mountain Dew Fan for Life will start first on Sunday, becoming the first ever Golf Summer Series pole winner. Jordan Scout will start second right next to him. Congrats to those two there for claiming the front row. But before we take a look at our top 10 here, we've got a couple tiebreakers to break. So our first wheel here is for the 18th position. Carter Boyd, Braden Cuthers, and Johnny Hernandez. We'll take who gets this one. Carter Boyd will off 18th on Sunday. Now for 19th and 20th. Johnny Hernandez will roll off 19th, while Braden Cuthers will roll off 20th. And finally, for 21st and 22nd, Sabretooth in the 66 and 83 of Adam Bowden. Sabretooth will roll off 21st, while Adam Bowden will roll off 22nd. Let's take a look at our top 10 here. So, like I said before, Mountain Dew Fan for Life and Jordan Scout are your top 2 on row number 1. Nick Sant and Bradley Ream make up row number 2. Dan DJ and Kellen Baker make up row number 3. Slayer and Sean Ard make up row 4. And rounding off the top 10 here in row number 5, Sean Ard and Lipsy. So that was qualifying for the Windows 400 here at Armory Digital. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on Sunday for the inaugural race.